Wanted to do a quick video today, kind of letting y'all know it's windy out here. It's going to be windy, but I still wanted to do a quick video. Wow, it's really windy. Like deathly windy. See if I can get on the other side of this wind. It is Tuesday night. I'm going to my Mayweather class in a few minutes. I'm just going to do one lap and then I got to go, but I at least wanted to get something in, right? I wanted to talk to you about what happened with me today. Woke up this morning. I had 3 jobs on the schedule, just three jobs. And from these 3 jobs that I did, it's pretty funny what happened. I ended up getting 2 phone calls today, 2 extra phone calls, right? And they were just fridges that were out of the way, so I contracted them out. So I ended up with 5 jobs. But I want to explain, when you've been doing this for so long like I have, you have customers that will always call you. And today was a repeat customer day. It was crazy. The first job that I actually went to was in Roanoke, Texas. It was from a young lady who I had done business with her father like 6 years ago, and he kept my number, which was crazy to me. And he told me who he was, and I recognized his voice, and I was like, dang, brother, I haven't talked to you in a while. And he was like, yeah, we were talking about my Corvette and stuff. And I remember that. Well, I made $200 off that job. And I'm telling y'all this because the longer you stay in junk removal, the more repeat customers you're going to end up getting. The lot more repeat customers you're going to end up getting it. So that was $200, and my second job was a dumpster enclosure from a commercial contract, which is a repeat customer. They called me out. They're like, Ricardo, can you go do this? Our porter can't do it. It's too much for him. I ended up showing up there and I killed it. I killed it for $800. I charged him $800. Honestly, it took me about 1 hour to do. Dude, I took my time. And then there was this crackhead right around the dumpster enclosure, and I paid him $5 to help me out. So he was so grateful. He was like, Mr. this, Mr. that. And I'm like, dude, chill, bro. You know? The fact is that both of them were repeat customers, and I had already made $1,000 before 12 o'clock. Okay? So that was pretty crazy. Then we have the last customer of the day, right? The last customer. And that guy was a satellite dish. I did a satellite dish today for a customer of mine in Rowlett, Texas. In Rowlett, Texas. I went to Rowlett, Texas to do another repeat customer. Now I'm going to tell y'all this, and the reason is I have a lot of repeat customers. I realize that. I did 3 jobs, made a little over $11.50. That's exactly what I made, $11.50. And the fact is, none of them were new customers except probably the fridges. Probably the fridges were. And it felt good. It felt good that I have great customer service. That I guess Junk Guys has great customer service. And that people could rely on us, you know what I mean? So that was pretty cool. You know more than anyone I know. What's your thoughts on the JFK files? Oh, okay, yeah, sure. I'll get into that. A lot of people, you know what's crazy about that? A lot of people have been contacting me about that lately, with the JFK files. So the point is, my story really fast. I'm going to answer that question for you, Junkie Info. I have so many repeat customers. So many customers that call me. So many customers that rely on my services. It's really, really cool that I have such a huge advantage so encouraged to my business and have been by my side forever. That's crazy. It's just crazy. It makes me like go, whoa. But I mean, $1,100. It was about 1 o'clock, and I was home by like 2 already because it was a long drive. But you know, I take care of my customers. All right, so let's get into this JFK file thing, right? The JFK files. So if y'all know me, I owned a tour company, a very profitable tour company. If it wasn't for the city of Dallas, I'd still own it. And I sued. I lost the lawsuit. And I got it. I suppose that we're going to find out with the JFK files, right? Yeah, that's the worst, bro. Too much wind, can't hear you. Let me see if I can cover the phone this way. All right, all right, listen. I'll talk loud. I'm going to stop for a sec. No, I'm not going to stop because I gotta get to the gym. Here's the problem. People have asked me about the JFK tour. I studied the JFK tour. I watched many documentaries of very many documentaries of the JFK tour. I mean, the JFK assassination. I read books about the JFK assassination. I read 2 books about the JFK assassination. Watched hundreds of articles about it, and I saw dozens of movies about it. I mean, I was like #1 nerd on this JFK thing. Of course, the President of the United States was assassinated on American soil in 1967, something like that. Shit, I even forgot. Jesus, I forgot, dude. Don't remember. Okay, listen, I'm not gonna get into it right now. He was assassinated here. My thoughts on the assassination. Here are my thoughts. Holy cow, it's windy. My thoughts on the assassination really quick is that, was there a second shooter? Was it government that shot President Kennedy? What happened with President Kennedy? Was it did they deviate? Did the government kill President Kennedy, or was it the mob because he was involved with Marilyn Monroe at the time and he was married? Was he ruffling too many feathers? Okay, so my opinion is that Lee Harvey Oswald, the shooter, which wasn't a great shooter, but let me just tell you that he used a Carcano rifle. A rifle that was not superior. It was just not a superior firearm. And what happened? So what happened was at about 12:01 p.m. Dallas time, President Kennedy was shot and killed, and Lee Harvey Oswald was on the 6th floor of the school book depository, and then he walked right out of the front doors, got on a bus and went home. It's crazy. It is crazy. So let me tell you something, guys. I want to make this clear. Lee, the president, there was 3 shots. 3 shots, all 3 shots hit the president's limousine, and 2 of them killed President Kennedy. 2 of them just disintegrated President Kennedy. It's horrible, horrible America, horrible dark time for the American people. So let me tell you my opinion is. Was there a shooter in the grassy knoll, like a lot of people say there was? Was it the government that wanted the president dead? I'm Sorry guys, I have no conspiracy here for y'all. I 100% believe that Lee Harvey Oswald hit President Kennedy 3 times. He was accurate. The day, lightning strikes every once in a while. And lightning struck Lee Harvey Oswald that day, where he ended up hitting President Kennedy and killing our president. The first shot went through Kennedy's chest. And it's so sad to see the video. I don't know if y'all have seen the video. I'm going to get in my truck right now. I just did one lap. But the first shot did hit President Kennedy right in the back, and it went through his chest. It came out through his chest, and he slumped over. Let me get in my truck. So, all right. So the first shot did hit President Kennedy, and he slumped over. And when he slumped over, you should have seen Miss Kennedy. She leaned over to help her husband and to revive her husband. And as she was caring for him, Lee Harvey Oswald cocked his gun again and shot the second shot, less than 2.5 seconds away from the first shot. And his head exploded. It hit the president in the back, and there's pieces of a skull, pieces of brain matter on the dash of the car, and in Miss Kennedy's lap, her husband. She just saw her husband's head explode. And she grabbed a piece of his skull that was in her lap and picked it up and put it back to try to put her husband's skull back together. So, very, very sad part in American history. And today they're going to unleash some kind of files that are hidden from the President of the United States. The JFK files are going to unleash today because Trump wants them out, and they're going to tell what really happened. I believe Lee Harvey Oswald did get those shots off and hit President Kennedy and kill the President of the United States here in Dallas, Texas. So, if that's the question you were asking, that's my opinion about it. I studied a lot on President Kennedy. I watched dozens of films. I read 2 books, 2 documentaries about it. Hundreds of articles. And my belief is that Lee Harvey Oswald, who wasn't a good shooter, just got lucky. He got lucky that day. He got lucky. So, yeah, man, pretty sad story. Pretty sad story. You know, Carson, are you still on? Tell me if you're still on. I had Carson listening to this video, see if he's still on really fast. I want to ask him a question. I thought of maybe bringing that up tonight in the mastermind class we have. We have a mastermind class tonight at 9 p.m. my time. I don't know what time that is down there, but maybe I'll bring it up and we can talk about that, because it's a very, very, very interesting story. Very interesting story. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna head over to the boxing gym right now, and I'm going to really go box a little and get some exercise done. I'll talk to y'all later. Okay? Bye-bye.